Peace in the midst of the storm, my personal testimony. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Jeremiah chapter 1:5. This scripture fills my heart with awe. It reminds me that my spiritual journey began long before I was even born. Yahweh had a plan for me, one I could not have imagined or understood until now. As I reflect on my journey, I realize that nothing happens by accident. Our lives are preordained from the beginning of time. Matthew 22:14 tells us, "Many are called, but few are chosen." I often pondered why Yahweh would call many, but choose only a few. Now I understand that it aligns with Jeremiah chapter 5. Those he has chosen will ultimately fulfill his purpose, no matter how much we may resist. We may try to live life on our terms, but we always return to him. Isaiah 45:4 confirms this truth. "For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me." No matter how far we stray, we belong to him. Looking back, I recognize moments in my life when an invisible force guided my steps. Have you ever felt an inexplicable restraint stopping you from making a bad decision? That still, small voice that gently says, "Don't go there." No matter how much I wanted to act in rebellion, there were boundaries I could not cross. As a child, I feared my parents' discipline, yet the fear of the Lord is entirely different. It is not a fear of punishment, but one of reverence. Today my faith in Yahweh gives me strength in life's most turbulent storms. Philippians 4:9 reminds us, "Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me, or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you." At the core of my testimony lies a pivotal event that changed my life forever. On July 16th, 1984, a tragic headline in Jamaica read, "Christian woman slain by gunmen while praying in Clarendon, Jamaica." That woman was my mother. 1 week before, a stranger had warned of danger in our neighborhood, yet we did not know the warning was meant for us. That fateful night, I heard unfamiliar voices outside. Before I could react, gunmen had broken into our home. Holding my young son and nephew, I hid them under the bed, praying for their safety. 2 gunmen entered my room, holding a gun to my head while they robbed me. Gunshots rang out, echoing through the house. In that moment, I went into shock. I ran from the house trying to grasp what had happened. Yet amidst the chaos, an inexplicable peace covered me, a warmth I could not explain. This was my first true encounter with Yahweh's presence, even before I had fully surrendered my life to him. In the depths of my sorrow, I discovered an unwavering truth. Peace exists even in the fiercest storms. The tragic loss of my mother shattered my world, yet it also unveiled a profound connection to Yahweh. His presence enveloped me, offering solace when chaos reigned. I learned that life's trials are not without purpose. They shape us, guiding us to fulfill our divine calling. Embracing this understanding has transformed my pain into a testament of faith, illuminating the path toward peace. For 10 years, I wandered in a spiritual wilderness, leaning more to the side of atheism, questioning why God had allowed such tragedy. How could he take a righteous woman in such a violent way? Was he not a God of mercy? It was only later that I understood that Yahweh does not prevent storms, but he provides peace within them. I now know that when we are chosen, no force in the universe can prevent Yahweh's plan for our lives. My journey has been one of deep pain, but also of divine purpose. It has led me to a place where I can say with certainty, there is peace in the midst of the storm.